That looks like Dr. Jen Zard at the Cayley Institute. Hi,
Why,
Dr. Jen.
hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I'm reading
Sorry to
about
interrupt your reading.
astrology and music. What are you
Oh,
up to?
reading about astrology and everything else.
Everything else. So, have you ever seen this book by Frank Clifford?
I have not. No, that looks really nice.
It's called The Book of Music Horoscopes, and it was compiled by Frank, but it's a little bit like a genuine compilation. Like the contributors are of all stripes, and the music genres are of all kinds, and there's like chart after chart of all types of musicians, composers, everything you can even think of related
Wow.
to different planetary cycles and trends in music and genres and all of it. So let me just show you a little bit of what's up here on this beautiful book. So here we've got all kinds of charts. Look at that. Just like data. Like if you wanted to know anything about anyone, music royalty, right? This beautiful constellation. And like there's just so much in here. And so many articles by really cool people. But like look at this data. And the birth data is also included in other pages or whatever. But I just love to see the way that Frank has put this together. And in between each of these like data clusters, like think about reading an astrology book, like this should be what it is, right? Like you just
Hmm.
chart after chart after chart, right?
That's great.
And rock rebels, Jimi Hendrix, Bee Gees, come on.
All four Bee Gees on one page.
Yeah, Madonna, there she is. So yeah, so I mean, if you're looking into any kind of music, this is not only that, the cover is just really beautiful.
That's nice. And some of our younger viewers might not be completely familiar with that circular disc, what that is.
Piece of vinyl.
Yeah.
Yep. Platinum, gold, all of it. So, we have, I like this little Bjork has her own star,
Bjork
kind of,
definitely. She lives on that star, I think. She comes down to
probably.
Earth sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, if you look at the table of contents, there's also a really cool insert about the chronology of pop
Ooh.
music
Oh,
that's
I have
got
to.
different planetary cycles related to it, year by
Oh my
year,
God.
landmark albums. Frank has his own publishing business, so here's a bunch of like ads for the other books in the series.
Hmm.
But the cool thing is like in this you get rock charts, easy listening, pop up, music royalty. One thing I'm really loving reading about is Music in the Saturn Neptune Cycle by Bruce Schofield, which
Mm.
was based off of a TMA. Here's some of the contributors to the volume,
Oh
people
wow.
who've written for it, right? Even Stephen Forrest wrote an article in this one. We've got Sean Nygaard, Victor Oliver, Fernanda Paiva, Tony Howard. I mean, like everybody's here. This is a big party that we didn't even know was happening in this book. Kathy Rose, Michelle Young, Neil Spencer. I'm telling you.
That's great. I love that could be, I don't know if you have probably don't have a section for that, but there is a little genre of compendiums, omnibuses that where
Mm-hmm.
you've got 10 or 15 astrologers writing about. I just saw one the other day that was about 9/11, and it was in reaction to that. And I know Rob Hand was in it, but several other people at the time as
Yeah.
well. So it's really neat to have that collective thing as opposed to 450 pages from the same person just continuing
Right.
to go on.
Well, and it's nice that the data is punctuated by commentary on what we're actually looking at in terms of
Mhm.
like, oh, well, the things that disco has in common feature this, right? And
Mhm.
it helps sort of curate your experience of chart after chart after chart. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
you get a little vegetables, a little dessert, you get kind of everything happening.
smorgasbord, absolutely. All right, so what do you have? You
Very
got the
cool.
everything else. We just had the
Everything
music
else.
deep
So
dive.
let's do a little record scratch and let's change the mood here a little bit.
Oh my God.
Yes, I
You
don't
know, they have just recently in real time now arrested someone for predicting something. Did you see that news article?
know in what country.
I believe it was an Asian country. I can't remember which.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, this I have to go and look. I don't remember the full backstory of this, but yeah, it was in Turkey. Um
Oh.
And you can see this is the problem when astrologers get a little too close to power. They can it can become easy scapegoats, right?
You get defenestrated.
Defenestrated, that's right. Like
Yeah.
what happened in Prague. We all remember that. Um, so yeah, that was just I just thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah.
So from vinyl to decapitation.
We've got it all covered here. I go find another show that will cover those two things and let me know
I
if you
mean, we
find it.
had what, the skull embryo? It just
The
doesn't stop.
Skull Ember, that I need to make that a t-shirt. That would be a really good t-shirt for
That
Norwalk.
would be a good t-shirt.
Oh, speaking of which, isn't Frank Clifford going to be at Norwalk in a few
I
weeks?
believe so. Yeah. I think. I'm too busy working on my own slides, so
Right. All right, Jen. Well, thanks. Thanks for sharing.
yeah.
I'll
See you
see
next time.